my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric, the Plague Doctor 981YT here, and guys, I am back with more Elder Scrolls Online. So, in the last one, guys, we did a dungeon that kind of failed out miserably. The team left and I got killed. They just went straight for the boss, I think, unless everything respawned, but yeah. So, yeah, so we also tried to do a dark anchor, but that failed miserably because no other players were around. Dark anchors are not the greatest thing you want to do by yourself, as I had already said. So anyway, we came and talked to this dude in Mournhold, which is located in Deshane. So, and then Vanis Galarian showed up, so let's talk to him.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Champion. I've been consulting with Countess Hakruba of the Fighters Guild. Both of our guilds believe the time has come to take the fight to Coldharbour. But this places us in a delicate political position.
What's the problem?
Trust, as always. The Alliance leaders will never agree to join forces. And if our guilds only work with one alliance, the other two will see it as a betrayal. For both guilds, our neutrality is our strength. We can't afford to take sides.
Is the situation really that dire?
The war in Cyrodiil has been long and bloody, and all three alliances are spread thinly. They can't commit resources to an assault on Coldharbour without making themselves vulnerable. I want to bring all three leaders together, maybe cut a deal.
What do you need from me?
You're in a unique position. You can speak with authority, but you're not an alliance leader. You're respected, you have a reputation. They may let you get a word in before they leap at each other's throats. In short, you're the perfect diplomat.
The last thing I want to be. You want me to speak with the Alliance leaders?
I found the perfect meeting place. A neutral location far from disputed territories, an island called Stirk. I can get you an audience with each leader and provide magical transportation. You just need to convince them to travel to Stirk.
I'll do my best.
That's all I ask. I'll open the portal. I think it's best that I travel with you and make introductions as a neutral party. That might make things easier.
Probably. Hello to the viewer currently me on Twitch. Feel free to talk to me in the stream chat. Have it open on my phone so that I can see everything you have to say. So I believe that getting close to a part of the story that Anthony is stuck on. My friend Anthony, he's stuck on a part of it. Okay, so I believe we're going
Greatly
after
esteemed Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri. It is my great honor to present to you...
Vanis, you're so formal. I remember the patience and kindness you showed an awkward, freckled waif all those years ago on fair Somerset. You captured this child's heart then, and it remains with you to this day.
You warm an old man's heart, my queen. I remember well those halcyon days.
As do I, my old friend. Sorry about all these guards. I'm told they're necessary. These are dark days.
A wise precaution, my queen. My counsel would be no different. If you'll permit it, my companion would like to speak with you.
Ah, yes. Let me meet this hero I've heard so much about. It's not often the heroic deeds of one who by all rights should be considered a mortal enemy reach my ears. Come, let's talk.
Okay. So I think she's either the Alliance leader of the Aldmeri Dominion or the Daggerfall Covenant. I know for a fact that she's not the leader of my alliance, which is the Ebonheart Pact. The leader of the Ebonheart Pact alliance is a Nord.
Vanis is a dear man. In many ways, he is family to me. Since he has given you his trust, I'm willing to set aside our differences. But under different circumstances, you and I would be sworn enemies.
My only sworn enemy is Molag Bal, your majesty.
Well spoken, and point taken. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to meet you. Your exploits are legendary.
You've heard of me?
A true champion is like a stone cast upon the waters of history. The ripples it creates travel far and wide.
I'm humbled, your majesty.
Humility is a noble thing, but you must also remain strong and self-assured. A true champion is also history's pawn, and history is a cruel and unfeeling master. But enough philosophy. What did you wish to speak with me about?
I've come to propose a meeting on the island of Stirk to discuss an assault on Coldharbour.
And you need all 3 of the Alliance leaders to attend this meeting? A bold suggestion. I like it. Very well. I make no promises with regards to the negotiations themselves, but I will attend. That much I promise.
Goodbye. Okay, so now we need to talk to Vanis Galarian.
That went well, I think. Shall we move on?
Where to next?
To Wayrest. Expect a certain level of formality. The court of High King Emmerich is often filled with scandalmongers and subversives. Therefore, protocol is the order of the day. Shall we?
Tell the lovely Donmer Naryu that she is very welcome to disguise herself as a serving girl and show off for this one.
So I'm wondering, I think she's literally... Based on where we're going, I'm pretty sure that was the leader of the Aldmeri Dominion that we just talked to. So I believe we're going to the Daggerfall Covenant leader next. Due to Wayrest being one of the territories. Unless Wayrest... No, I'm like 90% sure that it's a territory of the Daggerfall Covenant.
Esteemed High King Emmerich, I thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I would not presume to waste your time without good reason.
We've known each other for some time, Master Galarion. You aren't known for your capricious whims. Tell me, though, who is your companion?
Your Majesty, this is Skald King Yoren's personal representative, here to speak with you about the impending Coldharbour crisis.
The Skald King sends his personal champion into his enemy's stronghold? Either he has a lot of faith in you, or he's trying to get you killed. I'm intrigued. Come, let us speak.
So yeah, this is the Daggerfall Covenant that we're talking to. I was expecting it to be an orc, actually, because I know orcs are part of the Daggerfall Covenant, but... whatever.
Dibella's legs, but you are a bold one. Even the bards of Wayrest sing of your exploits. I must confess, I had hoped to meet you one day. We sharpen our blades on the same whetstone, if you take my meaning.
It's an honor, Your Majesty.
Then, is it madness that drives you to barge in here like this? Or perhaps you're here to surrender on behalf of your people. If that's the case, I accept.
I've come to talk about Molag Bal.
That's a bit of a dreary subject, but I prefer that over some angry line like, I've come here to kill you, Your Majesty. I'm glad you didn't say that. So you want to talk about everyone's favorite Daedric prince, then? What of him?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why that made me laugh, but... something about it, that first line he said just stuck... something about he said just strikes me as funny, but anyway. Molag Bal's influence grows. It's time we took the fight to his realm.
Ha! I'm sorry. I think I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you were saying you wanted to battle a Daedric prince. That would be especially funny if you wanted my help. So, what was it you really meant to say?
I propose all the alliances meet on the island of Stirk to discuss an assault on Coldharbour.
That would be utter madness. But I do like the thought of seeing that next to my name in the history books. All right. If Irene and Yoren agree to attend, I'll be there. If this is an assassination attempt, though, I'm taking you with me.
Give my best to
Okay.
Thrush. Tell him I hope we can dance.
I didn't think it possible. Well done! We must return and begin the preparations. We have much to do. Come.
I already knew that.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I'd
we
love to
might
hear
end
about
up
your
meeting
majesty.
with the leader
I'm gonna
of
mingle
my
their
alliance,
heads
the
right off their
Ebonheart
necks
Pact,
one of these days.
but I'm not 100% sure if we will, because I'm the member of the pact. I'm thinking that just by default he'll listen to me, and will obviously take less convincing, so I don't think we'll be going to talk to the Scald King. Both my characters are Argonians, as such they're part of the Ebonheart Pact, and I don't recall on my other character when I did this quest line that we actually talked to him. I don't think I actually saw him until the actual meeting, which is every bit of hectic as you would think. Okay, let's see.
All three leaders have agreed to join us on Stirk. Now comes the tricky part.
That wasn't the tricky part.
Individually, the leaders are rational, even reasonable. But get them together and, well, you'll see soon enough.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Everything's been prepared. Are you ready to travel to the summit?
Yes.
Then, with your permission, I'll open the portal to Stirk. May Auriel's hand guide us all.
Open the portal.
Please,
word has been given.
the Alliance leaders are waiting.
So guys,
I'll
this
wait
is actually,
for you on the other side. A moment,
you could
please.
say
Our representative, Captain Althar,
that
is in charge of
the
security.
portal
on Stirk.
is just
He
a
assures
cheap
us that-
plot device, but in Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, you actually have the ability to go and talk to the to people at the mages guilds in the different parts of Vardenfell, since we don't actually Morrowind takes place on Vardenfell, but not in which is a part of Morrowind, but we don't see any other part of Morrowind. We just are on Vardenfell. But you can go to each of the different mages guild and say, hey, I need to go somewhere, can you teleport me there? And then they'll open up a portal and teleport you there. That's how fast travel worked in Morrowind.
Welcome to the island of Stirk. Representatives from all three alliances are gathering at the meeting place. It's just up ahead, through the ruins.
Have the Alliance leaders arrived?
I'm told they'll be arriving at the meeting site by portal any moment. After all the bloodshed in Cyrodiil, I fear the leaders won't be quick to trust one another. Perhaps you can help them see the wisdom in cooperation.
I'll do my best.
I don't envy you the task. We've already assembled quite a team of experts for the Coldharbour invasion itself. I'll try to introduce you to some of them on the way to the meeting. Lead on. Two kings and a queen with barely a thimble of patience between them. Reaching a compromise will be no small task.
Okay, I did not
promise
mean
you.
to do that. That was a goof on my part.
Look! It's Lady Laurent!
Careful with that, you clumsy fool. Do hurry it up. We're missing everything.
I never weary of your charms, Lady Laurent.
Vanis Galarian as I live and breathe. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I had no idea the summit was to be held on the legendary island of Stirk.
It seemed a fitting choice. It was here that the leaders of the First Era assembled the All-Flags Navy to do battle with the Slode.
I can't wait to see what surprises Molag Bal's realm has in store for us.
We are waging war, not embarking on a sightseeing expedition, milady.
Fear not, Vanis. I can take care of myself and my useless lump of a manservant. Stibbins, haven't you finished tying those bags? I don't care who you are. If you...
Farewell, milady. We must... We're expected at the summit. Wonderful. It's Tallinger.
go just head straight to the summit.
Captain in charge of security, Alfari, is over there.
So, yeah, I think Morrowind did a good job when it came to the
By King
fast
Emmerich
travel.
of the Daggerfall Covenant. Queen Irene of the Aldmeri Dominion. Yoren Skald King of the Ebonheart Pact.
We must put aside our differences and work together, or this assault is doomed from the start.
How do we know this isn't a ruse? A clever plan to divert our forces while your armies take the Imperial city.
I thought backstabbing was your favorite tactic, Emmerich.
Please, are you both so arrogant? Your weapons are children's toys compared to the horrors that Molag Bal commands.
I will not wager the future of my people on the word of a snow barbarian and an adolescent female. I fear for Tamriel's future if either of you were to sit upon the ruby throne.
Since when do you care about your people? You never lift a finger except to count your gold.
Please, my lords, this bickering is pointless.
What a waste of time.
Obstinate fools, both of you.
What a mess. Apologies, Vanus, but I'm going to check on my lion guard.
Well, that was... Oh, I love politics.
Intractable fools. Their pride will see us all dead.
Is the Fighter's Guild any different?
We've served as the first line of defense against Molag Bal's invaders, destroying his dark anchors all across Tamriel. They've succeeded in reducing their ranks and leveling half of Cyrodiil. What do you think?
Would the Fighters Guild be willing to invade Coldharbour?
Willing and able. But, like the Mages Guild, we are constrained by a non-interference pact. The alliances will only tolerate our presence in their realms if we remain neutral. Unless all 3 alliance leaders consent to it, our hands are bound.
Fuck. Oh, now let's talk to Galarian.
This is going about as well as I expected, unfortunately.
How can we make them see reason?
Even if we can get them to stop bickering, they'll never agree to send troops to Coldharbour. That would leave Cyrodiil unprotected.
The guilds can lead the attack, but only if all 3 leaders agree.
An interesting idea, but they need to stop bickering long enough to consider it. Why don't you visit each of them in their camps? See if you can reason with them individually.
So, guys, let's start with the most infamous of them all, the, ladies first.
Yoren is being stubborn out of spite. He's your king. Can't you reason with him?
There is an alternative.
Is there? What did you have in mind?
We could send the guilds into Coldharbour.
Perhaps. But we don't know enough about Coldharbour to fully understand what they'd be up against.
I almost want to intimidate her, but elves already hate us enough in Skyrim, and I believe in Morrowind as well, so I haven't played through Morrowind all the way, so I don't know, but let's, I don't see any other options.
Nor do I, but I'll agree to nothing until I've conferred with my advisors. Now go annoy the others. I've had enough for one day.
Okay, so we're gonna go with my, my alliance leader last. It just makes sense that way. Because he already favors us to begin with. These other 2, I'm really not sure if they, like us because we're in a different alliance, but let's talk to him now.
Your Skald King has all the patience of a bullet mating season. This is a negotiating table, not a battlefield. Can't you talk some sense into that thick head of his?
I have a suggestion.
That's more than I'm getting from them. What do you suggest?
Send the guilds into Coldharbour.
I don't doubt their commitment or their bravery, but they are few. and Molag Bal's followers are legion.
You may be right, but we need to do something.
I'm not convinced, but let me think on it. Something must be done. On that we agree.
Okay, now let's go talk to the Scald King. Your Majesty.
I tried, but these thick-skulled bastards will not see reason.
Thick skull bastards. Oh my gosh, and you're a Nord. The irony of that. I don't hate the Nords, guys. I find them obnoxious in Skyrim, but... it's practically how I feel about just Nords in general, but... we need to cooperate.
What about the war in Cyrodiil? If I commit troops to this invasion, the Pact will be vastly outnumbered there.
What if we send the guilds to Coldharbour?
Wizards and mercenaries against the Daedric hordes. Without the Ebonheart Pact, they do not stand a chance.
Both guilds have experience fighting Daedra. They may be our best chance.
You make some sense after all. I will support this foolish plan if you can convince the other leaders.
Okay, so... now we need to talk to Vanus Galerian.
Any luck? Or are they still at an impasse?
They're considering the idea, but they're not convinced.
I hope they come to their senses soon. We're going to lose the element of surprise.
They don't trust each other.
With very good reason. But the sooner they come to an agreement that... Does the air feel strange to you? That's odd. All of a sudden it feels like a storm is approaching.
A storm? Vanus, what's wrong?
I have an ill feeling about this.
Oh shit. Oh my... wait.
I can't.
Chaldean! What's happening?
Go! Get away from me! Run!
Oh, I remember this now.
These are the great leaders of Tamriel. Pathetic. But how convenient to have them gathered together in one place, so I can crush them like insects.
Stay back, Countess!
The insects fight back! How amusing! And yet, so very sad. All of Nirn shall be mine.
Chaldean!
Protect the leaders, defeat Molag Bal's minions, and close the unstable ranks.
I'll do what I can. Countess, defend me.
Okay. Okay. This shit is intense. So guys, the next part of this, like, when we get to Coldharbour, everyone's gonna end up being separated and transported to different parts of Coldharbour. And it's rather difficult to find them and get what we need done, but I still managed to do it. It's difficult to try and do it, but basically what you need to go around and do is talk to people. And get quests from them, and those quests will eventually take you to who you need to find. I don't remember what quests specifically, but... I have guesses I can make. Oh wait, is he a Breton? Okay, so I think that this guy is a Breton. Maybe, I'm guessing, just based on the armor we got. Come on, come on, come on. We got him. Hell yeah.
I thought we were safe here, hidden from the enemy. The god of schemes grows more powerful by the day!
Then we must act quickly!
Agreed. There's no time to waste. We must take the fight to him.
Can you open a portal to Coldharbour?
Yes. At the Iliad Well, at the center of the island.
Perhaps this attack will convince the leaders to cooperate.
After that terrible display of power, I don't think they have much choice. Honored leaders! You have seen the face of our enemy! Molag Bal threatens every living being in Tamriel. The Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild have agreed to join forces to launch an assault on Coldharbour!
Trust in us. Sanction our actions. Give us your blessings. We will not let you down.
Vanos is right. The guilds are our best and only choice. Send them to Coldharbour.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with Emmerich.
As do I. It appears that much of the distrust between our alliances was sown and nurtured by the god of schemes.
Molag Bal thrives on deception and chaos. But if you'll forgive me, this alliance war is of your own making.
Countess Hakruba, gather the surviving members of both guilds in the Sturk interior. The champion and I will go there now to open the portal.
We'll be right behind you, Vanos.
The time has come, champion.
Let's go!
So, guys, just the reason I don't like Nords is they're cocky and arrogant. At least the ones in Skyrim are... The ones in ESO, they don't really come across as cocky. Well, a little cocky, honestly. But they're not... They listen to reason and logic, and they're not assholes like the ones in Skyrim are. They don't listen to anything except themselves, and I don't like that. It's just arrogant.
We're as ready as we shall ever be.
Is this everyone?
Unfortunately, yes. It's not the massive army we'd hoped for. But now that Molag Bal knows we're coming, a smaller group might be our only hope of slipping into Coldharbour undetected.
Valid point. Let's do this!
It's difficult to predict where you will emerge once you reach Coldharbour. Be on your guard, my friend.
So, yeah, Coldharbour's magic is unpredictable. So when you teleport to it, you'll be randomly placed in a location. This location in the gameplay, however, it's a set location, but in terms of lore, you, will just be teleported off somewhere once you go through the portal. It's a different location every time. Which I think they tried to do, but in terms of the storyline, all the locations are obviously preset. It's not randomized by the engine. To be honest though, if it was randomized by the engine, I'd be a little annoyed. Hey, Sir Cadwell, hello.
Survived then, have you? Jolly good. Jolly good.
Where is everyone?
Rotten luck. They arrived in Coldharbour, but in entirely different locations. Bloody unpredictable. Portals to oblivion. Not to mention Molag Bal's defenses. Nasty beasties abound. Off you go, over the bridge and head inland. There's a good chap.
Yeah, so there's a different way of wording what
Welcome
I
back
was
to
just telling you.
Coldharbour, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd stuffed it.
What's across the bridge?
What bridge? Is there a bridge? Tricky things, bridges. Tend to have all kinds of hideous creatures living beneath them. Except that one over there. That one leads to the Hollow City.
The Hollow City?
Dreadfully dull place, and a real eyesore if you ask me, but I suppose it's where you want to start your quest. Quest! What a simply fabulous word. Quest. Quest. Quest! I just love how it rolls off the tongue.
Oh my god, I love Caldwell. Right, I'll head to the Hollow City.
Welcome back to Coldharbour, old chum. Jolly good to see you. I was afraid you'd stuffed it. Welcome to the beautiful gardens of Coldharbour.
Okay, so... So guys, an interesting bit of lore, which we will find out about the Hollow City once we talk to someone. The Hollow City was actually, it was a part of Nirn at one point in time, but now it's part of, Oblivion. Molag Bal's Plane of Oblivion, to be more precise. And... it obviously looks like it's from Nirn. It's a hell of a lot different, and it doesn't really feel like you're in Coldharbour at certain points in the game.
Very few would dare to enter the Prince of Murder's realm of their own choosing. Your action consists of equal parts bravery and stupidity. I think in this case, that's exactly what we need. We've been waiting for you, Planewalker.
Who are you?
You may refer to me as the Groundskeeper, one of the few survivors that remain. I tend to this city. The magic that protects these walls and keeps us safe requires constant nurturing and the utmost care.
Where are we?
The city's original name no longer matters. Now it is a hollow city, waiting to be filled. A perfect place to begin an assault on Molag Bal. This city can be your armor against the hazards of Coldharbour. It just needs life to return it to glory.
And this is where I'm supposed to gather my army?
It could be. There is no safer place in Coldharbour, for Molag Bal's reach cannot extend into the Hollow City. That is what was intended, and that is the way it is. Please walk with me. Let me show you why this city will serve your needs.
I'm ready. Lead on.
Watch and listen. While I could explain things to you, it will be better to simply show you. The history of the city permeates these streets, and with a bit of magic, I can reveal it to you. Now come, let us walk. Long ago, this city existed in Nirn. It was alive and vibrant, and went by a different name.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god, there's that glitch that everyone loves.
Its people were devoted to Prince Meridia, the Radiant One. They lived in peace and assumed themselves safe from any dangers. But Meridia has enemies, such as the despicable Molag Bal. The Prince of Murder sent minions from Coldharbour to destroy her beloved city. The city's defenders did what they could, but they were no match for Molag Bal's forces. Everyone outside the walls was slaughtered, but the warriors and mages managed to seal the gates to protect those huddled within. As fortune would have it, the Ayleid King Lalorian Dinar was visiting the city. A skilled warrior and tactician, he quickly took command of the city's defenses. The Ayleid King single-handedly protected one of the gates. As he fought, he prayed for assistance, and his prayers were answered. Meridia felt compassion for her followers, but she also saw an opportunity. Molag Bal's open portal worked both ways. The time had come to take the battle to Coldharbour. Meridia warded the city and pushed it into Coldharbour. The city arrived intact, but many of its inhabitants were either killed or scattered by this realm's protective spells. Even the Ayleid King was captured. Still, Meridia had accomplished the impossible. She stabbed a dagger into Molag Bal's side. A portion of her realm was in his domain, and he could not touch it. The survivors lost faith, however. One by one, they left the safe confines of the city to try to return to Nur. They were foolish, and they paid the price for rejecting Meridia's edicts. Meridia foresaw a day when an opportunity would arise. An overconfident Molag Bal. Champions from another plane. On that day, this city would become the focal point for the assault against the Lord of Schemes.
Someone in game chat right now, but let's just ignore him.
I say that the day has finally arrived. The great mage, Vana Scalarian, the Ayleid King, and you, our last best hope. You must gather your allies and bring them here. This city shall serve you well against Molag Bal. Know that every choice you make in Coldharbour will have an effect on the Hollow City. It shall be reborn with every person you save, forged into a weapon by your own hands.
And what's your role in all of this?
I am your advisor. We both wish to stop Molag Bal's machinations. I offer you what help I can. The Hollow City awaits you and your allies. Use it wisely, and it shall not fail you.
What's the next step?
You must gather those who were lost. King Dinar and Vana Scalarian have vital roles to play, and they must be at your side. Rescue your missing companions. Return the Hollow City to its former glory, and we can begin the assault on Molag Bal. You shall require more than just the king and the mage, of course, but they are as good a starting point as any. Others in this realm, allies current and soon to be, all have important parts to play in this endeavor.
Others?
As you seek out the mage and the king, I'm sure you shall meet others who require your aid. Look for those you trust and who would be willing to join us here.
And the mage and the king, where will I find them?
Go west, beyond the Moonless Walk. There you shall find the Ayleid King, held within a tower of darkness. Vanus the mage is somewhere in the eastern plain. His exact location is hidden from me.
I'll find the Ayleid King and Vanus the mage.
I recommend heading west first to find the Ayleid King, but the choice is yours. If you wish to free King Dinar, you must recover the lights of Meridia. The lights have the power to unlock his prison of darkness.
What are the lights of Meridia?
Originally, the lights were a gift from Meridia. Power that protected the city and made life easier for its inhabitants. When she pushed the city into Coldharbour, she filled the lights with even more of her divine power.
And how will I use them to free the king?
King Dinar is trapped within a tower of darkness, bound by shadows and dark magic. Meridia's lights can unravel those bonds. Without them, you won't be able to set the Ayleid King free.
Where can I find him?
As you no doubt noticed, Molag Bal's realm has its own defenses. Things that teleport onto this plane tend to get scattered, as were your allies, as were the lights. They could be anywhere, but most likely, they are guarded by Molag Bal's forces.
You don't have anything more than... You don't have anything more precise for me to go on?
Rumors only, I'm afraid. I have heard tales of a strange prison to the northwest. A tower that is not a tower, that guards one of the lights. And others whisper of a vile laboratory to the southeast that distorts the purity of Meridia's light.
What are... Okay, so we already know what the lights of Meridia are. So, 17. This. Okay, so let's... Where did it go? Oh, there's where we want. Let's increase our accuracy. Okay. So now let's go in and use that glyph that we got. The glyph of damage is what we want. And there we go. So guys, the army of Meridia is a bit of a complicated... it's a bit of a complicated quest line, so what we need to do is go around and just talk to people and get quests. And try and restore the Hollowed City back to normal. It's a bit difficult, but when you know what to do, and now that I know what to do, it's a walk in the park. So, yeah. And if you've ever played Skyrim, and went through Meridia's quest line where she has that dark-ass temple that you have to go through that all of us absolutely love to hate, yeah, we're dealing with another dungeon that I swear to God is even darker than that one, so... that's gonna be fun, and I hated that dungeon so much. But anyways, guys, this has been Eric, the Plague Doctor 981YT, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!